Hi, I'm emotionally unstable, and today I'm going to tell you 10 bands to go see at Warped Tour 2K16.
It feels good.
So if my sometimes misconstrued concept of time is correct, this video will be releasing on June 24th, which is the first day of Warped Tour. So if you're going to Warped Tour today, the 24th, and you didn't get to watch this video, I'm truly sorry. I'm assuming you'll just spend the day walking around aimlessly, confused, sweaty, and filthy. Number 10, State Champs.
I'm a realist and an optimist, but I swear to you, I'm not getting over this.
The pop-punk biddies from Albany, New York, home of my video partner, Mike Aricchio, who's not here right now, are really starting to take stride in the pop-punk world. These guys are fresh off the AP World Tour that they did earlier this year in America with Neck Deep and Knuckle Puck, and honestly, they're really becoming the poster boys for commercial, mainstream pop-punk. I know that State Champs are not a metal band or a heavy band, but I missed a chance to see them on the AP tour earlier this year in New York City when I hurt my foot moshing for Fit for a King. So that in itself is metal, so they deserve to be on this list. Number 9, 4 Years Strong. Another not so heavy band, but damn it, this is my list. I'm tired of people telling me how to live my life, and more importantly, how to curate my lists. Get some real life problems, you freaking nerd. 4 Years Strong. These nasty, hairy men have always done a great job with bridging pop-punk hooks with very heavy breakdowns. Their latest self-titled record was even produced by the legendary Converge guitarist Kurt Bayou. Just because 4 Years Strong could realistically do a tour with 2006 Fall Out Boy today doesn't mean you can't get lit in the pit for these boys. Number 8, Knuckle Puck. I am starting to sweat. These bands are so weak. I have the same dilemma with Knuckle Puck that I had with State Champs, where I didn't get to see them at the AP tour because I hurt my foot, so I'm still frustrated about that. I really have not given one good reason to see any of the bands that I've said so far. I've pretty much just been talking about personal matters, but like I said before, this is my list and I can curate this however I want. I've never seen Knuckle Puck live, but I've heard very good things about their pits. Probably not the best pit to try out your new pit moves, but definitely an adequate place to throw your girlfriend in. Number 7, Issues. Hot off the release of their sophomore effort, Headspace, which I reviewed right here, Issues are going to be playing the Journey's Right Foot stage with pretty much only pop-punk bands. I don't really know how well they fit in with these bands like Real Friends or Mayday Parade, but you can bet your bottom dollar I'll be kicking some Story So Far fans in the Issues pit. It's time for some Monster Party Zone bands. Woo! Number 6, Gideon. Fresh off a supporting tour with Counterparts, which I saw a fantastic show at the Studio Webster Hall back in April, Gideon are looking to bring the hardcore to Warped this summer. Seeing Gideon live is kind of like wrestling with your older brother. It's really fun and everyone's having a good time, but someone is definitely going to get hurt / get dirt in their mouth. Watch out for all the muscular, snapback, hardcore bros that will be in the pit for Gideon every day. Number 5, In Heart's Wake. In Heart's Wake are the sole Aussie metalcore representation this year at Warped. It wouldn't be Warped Tour without at least one Australian metalcore band. Am I right or am I right? Fuck, I love Australian metalcore. In Heart's Wake, like a lot of other bands on this list, are kind of fresh off a US tour, where last year in the fall they toured with Parkway Drive, and they were the very first band to go on the bill. Them, That Is Murder, Miss May I, Parkway Drive. And I attended the Irving Plaza show in November, and really just the lack of pit representation at the show was really disappointing. So if you have new pit moves that you're trying to break out of Warped Tour, you owe it to In Heart's Wake to bust them out during their set. Number 4, Vanna.
Rest in pieces, your heartbeat ceases, but that's what you get for being friends with life. Life is pretty grim when you're on your own. Can't feel, can't touch, can't...
Set to release their new record, All Hell, on July 8th, smack dab in the middle of Warped Tour, Vanna are ready to break hearts and smash faces all summer on Warped Tour. I am fortunate enough to be attending Warped the weekend that their new album comes out in Hartford, Connecticut. You can bet I'll be blasting it in the car the whole way there, and I'll be stepping on heads during their entire set. Lead screamer Davey is most likely going to hop into the pit at your Warped stop. So this is your best chance to get your hands on some metalcore modeled material. Number 3, Silent Planet.
And it sounds like this.
Much like Vanna, Silent Planet will also be releasing an album in the middle of Warped on July 1st, exactly 1 week before Vanna, called Everything Was Sound. Silent Planet offers some of the most emotionally powerful lyrics from any band in the scene. Screamer Garrett has an incredibly guttural and intense voice that really has a profound impact live. Even playing on the tiny Full Sail stage every day, you can be sure that Silent Planet are going to be catching glances from any and all unsuspecting Warped goers. Number 2, Wage War. Yeah, wait. No, wait. I have to get ready.
Go!
Newly bumped up from the Full Sail stage to the Monster Energy Party Zone. Woo! Wage War are prepared to shatter your spine through sonic breakdowns every single day of Warped Tour this summer. These guys are really paving their own way to becoming one of the biggest forces in all of heavy music right now. Their debut record, Blueprints, has pretty much become an essential record for any fan of metalcore or heavy music in general. Wage War bring the heavy, and they bring it good. So before I get to number 1, let me give some honorable mentions. Now, I know that Silent Planet aren't performing every single day on Warped Tour, and I probably should have made a mention of that when I was talking about them, but it's too late, so I'm talking about it now. I put them on the list because I think they're a really important band to metalcore and to me personally, so I wanted them to be on the list. But I want to give a quick shout out to 2 huge bands playing Warped Tour that are only doing, one of them only a small section, the other just half the tour. Bullet for My Valentine and Atreyu. 2 of the fathers of modern metalcore are going to be playing in the Monster Party Zone, woo! On a handful of shows this summer. Neither of these bands will be playing any Northeast shows, so I will sadly not be able to attend and experience any of this, but The things I would do to see either of these bands in a Warped setting. If you are attending a Warped date that either Bullet or Atreyu is playing, please pit for me. Alright, number 1. Every Time I Die.
I will aimlessly wander this wasteland, guided only by a sickness, not a purpose. I can't go back to what I was. Metallica without the drums, a faith healer without the plan. There's no hope for a hollow man.
Hey, I film every video I've ever done in front of an Every Time I Die flag. What a shocker, they topped my Warped list. Much like pretty much every band on this list, Every Time I Die also has a new album dropping later this year in September called Low Teens. And after releasing their first single earlier this week, let me tell you, that track is fantastic. Called The Coin Has a Say, this track has one of, if not the heaviest outro Every Time I Die has ever pumped out in a track. I really cannot even begin to explain how excited I am to hear new Every Time I Die songs on Warped this summer, as well as all the hits from their super dense discography. Every Time I Die is my favorite metal band of all time, and as a true fan of the band, I can tell you that missing their set at Warped Tour is something you dare shouldn't do, so please don't let me find out that you did. Whether you're 500 feet from the stage, on the barricade, in the pit, crowd surfing, it doesn't matter. Experiencing Every Time I Die from any setting at Warped Tour is going to be amazing. I can promise you they will have the best set of the day every single day on Warped Tour. One last thing. If you're going to Warped this summer, don't be a dick. Take care of kids in the pit and drink lots of water. Yeah.